For the past few years, the state has relied on federal funding to provide free breakfast and lunch for students in Nevada, but a proposed bill in the state legislature could keep students eating for free. Ashley Grams has more.
This isn't a Democrat or Republican issue. This is our children issue, right? We need to make sure that no child in Nevada goes hungry.
Nevada Assembly Majority Leader Sandra Jauregui is drafting a bill that would make breakfast and lunch free to every student in Nevada until 2025.
A student who has breakfast is more likely to do better in class, more likely to do better on test, and we owe it to our students.
This year, students in Carson City can get free breakfast and lunch. And so can students here in Washoe County and all over the state, but this program ends at the end of this year. The state invested $75 million for free breakfast and lunch this year, but Jauregui says her estimate isn't as high to keep the program going.
We're estimating that it's going to cost about $53 million to provide free breakfast and free lunch to every single student in Nevada.
While $53 million sounds spendy, Jauregui says it's a drop in the bucket compared to the proposed education budget.
We've already allocated $2 billion, so $53 million is just a small amount to add to what we're already investing into Nevada students.
The bill still needs to be drafted and put through committee, but Jauregui is confident this is one issue everyone can agree on.
There was support for it when we sent more ARPA dollars to continue the program, and there continues to be support for it now.